Naked Shamanism. Welcome to With Insights Radio. I'm your host, Iggy Garcia. I will take you on a journey across the universe through shamanism, metaphysical, and holistic. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Iggy Garcia here. Episode 85. This is Iggy Garcia Live, Iggy Garcia TV. For those of you who are going to tune in with me here for the next about 60 minutes or so, roughly, we're going to be talking a little bit, just kind of sharing and kind of expressing and talking about all the cool things that happen in our lives and all the things that just kind of bring us to this day, this conversions on this memorable Friday night. So, like we start all our shows, we begin with lighting a candle, giving thanks to our ancestors, and I'm going to light this candle here. So our candle is just a remembrance candle, giving thanks to all the people that we love and all the people that we care about and everybody that it's been in our life and everybody who they've shared with us, you know, some kind of moment, some type of thing with us. So I'm really thankful for my parents for teaching me and expressing with me and being with me on this journey called life. I know that it's not super easy sometimes to walk this journey by yourself. Even though we find ourselves alone sometimes, it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be alone. It just happens to be that, you know, eventually we do have to walk our path to that doorway on our own and cross over to it. But in the meantime, I was thankful and grateful for my parents as well. So I give thanks to those and to all my ancestors who came before me. So, sound and video off a bit. Okay. I'm trying some new stuff, so I'm not sure what's going on. So hopefully it works. If not, then it's just going to be a bust. If not, I can come back and set myself up. So Cheryl, I see you're looking. So what's kind of happening? Let me know what's happening, because I'm trying to calibrate all these new gizmos and toys and stuff. So if you guys can give me a little heads up of what's happening, that way I can probably just pop off here and just go on the camera, I guess. I'm going to light some sage, just kind of give ourselves a little blessing, a little bit of energy, a little bit of love. Just kind of clear out the energy. Feels good. Alright. There we go. I'll put that there. Let that sit there and let this sit here. But like I said, if my sound is off, let me know. I'm kind of curious. But if things are fine, let me know. I guess depending on your connection and your internet, your Wi-Fi, you might affect how you're watching me tonight. But I do hope everybody kind of gets what they need today. So before we get started, we're going to draw from some cards here. These actually are Power Animal cards. This is actually a very good deck. Steve D. Farmer, PhD. I love this deck. This deck is really cool. Alright, let's see. Alright, everything on my end looks good, but it doesn't mean that things are good, but hopefully you can kind of keep up with me. Here we go. Don't have a second delays there. Shuffle these really good. Cut the deck 3 times. And here we go. This will be our reading for the show. So I picked the hummingbird. As you can see, that's the hummingbird. It's about joy and lightening up, which is kind of funny that I drew that card, because the name of the show is Find That Thing That Makes You Laugh. Find that thing that makes you happy. So the hummingbird is a very gifted animal, very powerful animal. Powerful totem. It's all about being joyful and then lightening up, and also understanding that, you know, even though you're working really hard to get where you want to be, gotta find some time to make some time for yourself, make some room for yourself, make some energy for yourself. So today's kind of those days. I just kind of said, just gonna relax a little bit. I've been going full tilt with these new exercise things that I've been doing. I've actually I've actually got them all recorded. I just haven't posted them yet. I've just been so busy. So they're all going to come here kind of simultaneously in the next few days. They're kind of cool. And so it's pretty cool. So the hummingbird is a very powerful totem. It's one of the symbols on the medicine wheel, in the Inca medicine wheel, which the hummingbird is, about rebirth and death, actually, because the hummingbird at night actually becomes very catatonic, comes down very slow, almost looks dead. You couldn't even tell if it's even a hummingbird. But at the same time, when it comes to life, it's very fast and very quick, and it's buzzing around, just doing that. So that's the hummingbird for you, okay? So I got some gifts here from some friends. A friend of mine gave me this obsidian Apache tear, and I guess what it says used to comfort in times of grief, relieves grieveness, stimulates and forgiveness, and remove a self-limitation. So thank you very much for that, and I appreciate that. That's really nice. So today we're going to be like the hummingbird. We're going to be very joyful, very fun, and going to have a good time. So hopefully we can kind of move along. So as you can see, if some of you have been kind of following me today or not, I've been kind of making some goofy videos. I made some in Spanish and some in English and some in Russian. No, I'm just teasing. But I made some videos today, and not necessarily per se just because I wanted people to laugh at them, but I made the videos because I wanted to entertain myself. I wanted to have some joy, I wanted to have some fun, and I wanted to do something different that I haven't done in a long time and put a little more energy into it than I usually do. So I made these goofy videos with all these filters you either get on Instagram or different types of social media type platforms. They have all their different type of things. So I decided to just make some characters, just create some characters and create some fun with it. And that's kind of what I did. And I really had a good time. Some were really stupid, some were really dumb, and some of them I thought were kind of funny. And the ones that I thought were funny, some people didn't think they were funny. Some people didn't get it. And then the ones that I didn't think were funny, some people thought they were hilarious. But that's kind of how it is. When you start doing these kind of things, you never know how it's going to appeal, how it's going to work, and how it's going to be, or how it's going to come across to the public, and how it's going to be. And so I'm just like, man, I was just, oh geez, what am I doing? I started with one stupid video. I was just kind of like running errands today, and then I got sidetracked. I got all my errands done, but I got sidetracked. You know how you get sidetracked? And so today, my fun was to make stupid videos, fun videos. And sometimes I make these videos and I send them to my grandkids, but I think they're a little too young to get them quite yet. But my daughter laughs. She thinks it's funny. My son doesn't really respond, so I don't know. Your family's not a very good barometer per se, because they kind of know you, and they kind of expect stupid things from you, and they expect those things that you're going to do those things, And so, it was just funny. So I had Dr. Von Lemke, who is a bearded guy, with glasses, and he was talking about Machu Picchu being rediscovered versus being discovered. It was just kind of one of those things where people tag it. Oh, I discovered Machu Picchu. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Okay, it was already there. You just found it again. Why don't they use the word rediscovered and found the lost city, because it was never lost. We just didn't want you to find it, kind of thing. That's why it was so high up in the mountains, so people like you wouldn't find me or find us or them. So those are the kind of things I did today. And then I did one with a little burro. It was so funny. I liked that one. That one was really funny, the little burro. He's just like, had a little mouth, and he talked, and it was just funny. You got to watch them. I did a clown, and some people kind of were weirded out by the clown, but that was the whole point. You're supposed to get weirded out by clowns. Clowns weird us out, don't they? A lot of people don't like. Now, they had different faces they could use, like the creature from It, that kind of clown. I was not going to get that deep and crazy, because there were some really weird filters for that. I was like, nah. But I have to say, one of my favorite ones was the baby face one. The baby face. This stubble is going to get you in trouble, It was just funny. It was just like very spontaneous. And That's what it is. And I put most of these on my timeline, so you have a time later to watch them. They're there. There's more coming up. This is why I named the show. Find that thing that makes you laugh. I'm going to tell you. Laughter is powerful, powerful medicine. And, many of us don't laugh enough. Many of us don't, just let it rip and just let it all out. Laughter is powerful medicine, beautiful medicine. It's that medicine that just opens up your heart chakra and just opens up your third eye, your root chakra. It opens up all the chakras in a way to have them all spinning in a powerful way. And so when you let that energy, that laughter energy into your spirit, into your soul, you can't lose. You can't win. It's like trying to hold your face smiling like this. My friend Lisa Feldman told me, just put your hands like this. And then you have a permanent smile on your face. You're supposed to laugh, but I don't know. Whatever. Either way. But it's just funny. Laughing is powerful medicine. Now, I have a video about several years ago where I actually did a laughing thing where I just started laughing for no reason, just spontaneously, just letting it go and letting it be, I just let it go. So, if you don't like to laugh, well, that's too bad for you because you're missing the party because it's a lot of fun. But laughter is good. Laughter actually removes those endorphins, moves all those chemicals in your body, and there's no room for that negative crap to sit and live inside of you when you find the humor in just about everything and all the things that, can be so. You can find humor in anything. As much as you can find negative energy and negative connotations or anything out of any situation, you can take a situation and totally twist it and turn it around. Comedians are notorious for that. They can take a whole situation and just turn it upside down and inside out. And that's what life's about. So being able to take those situations that really haunt us or hurt us, and how do we transform that energy and make it into something really good? How do we take that dough and just work it and move it and just say, it's good to be here, and let's have fun with it. Well, the thing is that you got to be creative and you got to figure that out. And sometimes that's our hardest thing for us, is to figuring these things out, because our butts have been so tight and closed and clenched, like, I can't laugh. People like that. I can't laugh like that. No, absolutely. Well, you know what? Dude, get over it. Get over yourself. Laugh a little bit. Have fun. Watch a funny movie. Funny movies are really good to do and really powerful in medicine. That's why they're there. So many comedians, and I know a lot of comedians suffer from depression and all kinds of different things, but, think about if they didn't have their comedy, if they didn't have the work that they had. But, everybody comes to the place in their lives where they actually have to know what's best for them. And if someone checks out, that was their time. It's not my right to say, why they do that, or, why that was wrong or whatever. No, it's not about that. It's about releasing and letting go. And so, like Robin Williams, when he was ready to go, he checked out. It was his time. There's nothing you can do about it. It was just the way it is. And for those of you who saw a little bruise on my arm just a second ago, where'd it go? Oh, right here? That's from when they drew blood, from me. The vampires at Ohio State University. Those students, they couldn't find my veins. I was like, they're in there. I'm alive. It's moving. Come on. But I encouraged them. They finally found it. So they left me a big, nasty bruise. I'm like, geez, man. If I wanted a tattoo, I would have got one, but not like that. That's not what I wanted. It was like, come on. So laughter is good medicine. People have healed from traumatic brain injuries and from cancers and all kinds of illnesses and sicknesses from just laughing and just fun, just changing your attitude of how you see life and how you express life. Things are you're always going to have crap in your life. That happens, okay? And I understand that. You understand that. But we have some control of how long the crap stays with us. The crap can stay with us as long as we want it to stay with us, or a short time we want to stay with us. So if you want to move forward into the energy that moves you into a better frame of mind, then what you have to do, you have to do this, or you have to do this. I'm not going to tell you. I know usually I don't say you have to do this, but you got to find that center, that place that makes you laugh. Now, everybody has something that makes them laugh. It's either a really good movie, a really good comedian, somebody who's really funny. You got friends that are funny, and maybe you're funny, and maybe you think you're funny, but maybe you're really not as funny as you think you are. Maybe people just laugh with you because they don't want you to feel bad. No, that's not true. They laugh with you because they find you funny. Now, I don't consider myself funny. I just happen to be witty, which is a little bit different, I think. I'm not sure. Let me think about that for a minute. Maybe it'll just be nice to me, too. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have a TikTok account there, Heather. I do, and I just started using it. But, just one more thing I need to do. Just add one more thing to social media I have to add to. But, the thing is, you have to find that bliss and that fun in your life. You've got to create it. Because you know what? If you're not, you're going to not feel good about yourself. And, there's a time for horror movie. There's time for suspense. There's time for comedy. There's time for action. But humor, always there. It's always good. It's always good to find that bliss and that joy. So whatever makes you laugh, I encourage you to step into that energy. I encourage you to find it. And if you don't know what it is, then you have some mission papers. Here's your paper. Take this. Go find something that makes you laugh. Go find some things that tickle your funny bone, because we all have a funny bone, right? I'm not sure where it's at, but I know it's someplace on my body, but who knows? But you got to find it regardless, okay? So let's take a deep breath. Ready? And then we just go let out. You laughing yet? No. Okay, ready? You guys ready to laugh now? Okay, this is what I want you to do. Okay, I just want you to start giggling. I want you to think about something really funny. I want you to just go, and you got to do this. If you know, I can see all of you. I can see all of you on there. Just laugh. I might cough. Come on, it's easy. Let it all out. Oh my God. Look at you. You're laughing. Yeah, let it all out. Oh, it's been a fun time week. Banish away negative energy. I don't want you in my life. Get out! Oh, jeez. You're not laughing. There's something really wrong with you. Oh. man. Oh. Woo! Oh, my goodness. Banish away. Banish away. All right. It made me laugh, and my body doesn't know any difference, really. It doesn't know the difference between what's negative, what's positive, what's funny. It just knows the feelings and the chemicals it releases. So right now, I'm jacked up, excited. That was really good, and I feel really awesome from that. Who of you laughed along with me? Now, come on, I saw a lot of smiley faces pop up. So if you laughed a lot, and if it was good for you, and you liked it, do it. Look in front of the mirror. I was laughing because I was looking at myself laughing. That made me laugh. Watching myself laugh on the screen. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have a heart attack over here dying. I was like, woo. But you know what? What's funny is you just got to do it. I think my hair grew. No, I don't know. Just, but anyhow, just gotta let it go. Well, I did sweat a little bit. Oh, wow, no. Anyhow. But you know what I'm saying? Just let it go. Especially when you had a hard day. Sometimes we just gotta let it rip. Just let it go. Just let it all fly out of us. Oh, man. I really needed that. That was really some good stuff right there. And if you like laughing, like I do, it is good for you. Good jolly old me. So I want to read some of your comments. My cat was looking sideways at you. At me, yes, okay. So your animals were looking at you, that's cool. Let's see. Banish negative energy with laughter. I'm laughing so hard. Good. Very good. I actually have a class called LOL, Laughing Out Loud, which is a class I'm going to be teaching here in the spring, in a month or two, which is actually about running the whole gamut of emotions. And some of you have already taken this class way in the past. I know Dawn was here earlier. She took that class several years ago with me. And that class is really fun because that class actually teaches you how to look at another human being and kind of pick up all the emotions that they're feeling. And the whole class is about laughing. But before we laugh, we have to go through all these levels. And, laughter is actually one of the highest forms of pain. We laugh because it's so painful that there's nothing left but to laugh when you've had so much pain in your life that you have to let it go through laughter because you can't hold it anymore. Because if you want to stay angry all the time and frustrated all the time, that has consequences. That has a lot of consequences. But if you want to be funny and you want to be comical and you want to laugh and be in joyful bliss, that has good consequences. And those good consequences is the blood moves, man. And the blood flows. I feel real good. Yeah. I'll need a little water after laughing that. That was a hard laugh, man. Now, the people who are going to listen to this on the podcast, you know what's going to be funny? Is they're not going to see my face, so they're not know what's going to go on, but they're going to hear all the things that was happening. The cool thing, the people who watch Iggy Garcia TV are going to watch it. And hopefully my facial expressions also kind of help push that along too. So those of you who have done this, has anybody ever taken like a laughing yoga class? Okay, it's not like a laughing yoga class. It's a little bit different, but we do teach how to make you laugh. We do show you how to find those laughter. And the thing is, in laughing yoga, from what I see, they try to force you to laugh versus helping you to laugh. There's a difference. What I was trying to do is try to release that inner laughter that you have, that inner little, child, that little kid that's in there that wants to laugh because it was kind of funny. Because it's in there. Every single one of us has that little child that just likes to laugh. When you ever see little kids, especially little babies, they see something and they go, and they laugh at it. And you're looking at it and you don't see the same laughter. But the kids see something funny and they just laugh like, There's like little memes for it, little kids laughing and stuff. I love those little videos. They're funny. And little kids are pretty amazing in the things they do. But, this laughing is good. It's actually, it's clearing me up a little bit, which is good. I need to clear up. Kind of stuffy in there, Got to move all that energy and that stuff, that stuck energy inside my own personal body. And that's kind of what I've been working on myself, because if I'm not right with myself, I can't be right with the people who are around me, the people I care about, people in my life. I can only give them only pieces and parts of me to begin with, but I would rather give them those good pieces and parts in a good, positive way versus negative way. Life is already a pain in the ass for some of us. Life can be very hard for some of us. Life can be very difficult for some of us. And for some of us, even though life is difficult, we seem to navigate pretty well through it, through the thick and thin. I have my ups, I have my downs, just like everybody. You have your ups and you have your downs, and we're all going like this, and we're all going. Sometimes it's like the wave, And then sometimes we're like this, and then sometimes we're just tick-tocking away. And then sometimes we just want to sit still. A good friend of mine told me, sometimes it's good to just sit still. Sit still in the silence. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sit still in the silence for a minute. Okay? We're going to just kind of feel the silence for like a good minute. So I want you all to I'm going to turn up the music a little bit. I want you to take deep breath in the nose. Out through the mouth. I want you to take a really good deep through the nose. Inhale and hold it. And when I say release, ready? Inhale. And big when we're done. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Just let it all out. And I just want you to sit here for a good minute. And I just want you to sit in the quiet. I'm going to talk a little bit. Not too much. But I want you to sit here. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to put that protection around you. I want you to feel the energy. I want you to feel the goodness that you are to the world. I want you to just take a moment, and I want you to feel your body to the chair or the bed or wherever you are. I want you to feel that energy all around you and all the things that you touch. I want you to think about all the things that were good that came into your life this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday. If you can't seem to find anything that was positive per se, I want you to create an imagination, a creation, something in your mind's eye, what a positive day would look like. And once you have that, I want you to hold on to that. I want you to grasp that, couple that, and love that beautiful day, and I want you to put it in your heart. I want you to hold it there, and I want you to really think about what that means in your imagination, your mind's eye. Because what we think about and what we create, we manifest. And where we put our energies, and where we put our heart and our spirit and our soul, comes back to us in a way that we can't even explain sometimes. Take a deep breath through the nose. Release. Do the nose again. Release. One deep breath. Very good. So sit in the silence. Just sit in the meditation when you have a moment. For those of you who don't know how to meditate, it's very easy. Excuse me. Set the timer for 5 minutes. This is how we learn to meditate. 5 minutes. Just sit there and relax. Close your eyes. Don't think about anything. Don't put too much energy into it. Just let your mind do its thing. Your mind will race in the beginning. It will go all over the place. It'll feel like it's trying to find, and the synapses are trying to kick in. Just let your mind go where it needs to go, and just relax your mind. Before the 5 minutes are over, I guarantee you that your mind is going to start to relax, and and the alarm's going to go off, and you're going to be like, oh, what was that? And then what I would do is, every day for the first 3 days, I would put for 5 minutes. And then after the third day, or the fourth, fifth day, add another 5 minutes, so you have 10 minutes. So every 3 days, just add another 5 minutes until you get to about a half an hour. And some of you are really adept meditators, and you probably can meditate for an hour. But it doesn't really matter about the concentration, how deep you meditate per se, by how many minutes. It's how fast you go into that state of mind of meditation, that place of meditation. For some people who meditate for only 5 minutes, they can go into that place, into that zone, into that place that they call, their nirvana, their bliss, where they get answers. Okay? And then some people have to take, a little bit longer. For some of you who have meditated before, you understand that when you start to meditate, you start to see this third eye opening up inside your head. And this light starts to embellish, and it starts to open up, and it starts to spread. At least that's what happens to me. And the worst thing that could happen is being interrupted in that moment, because if you're not necessarily trained or know how to get back into that state of mind, it doesn't last very long, but it's the most beautiful and the most powerful thing that you've ever experienced. And for me, that's one of those amazing moments in time. And it doesn't always happen to me. But when I see that light, that is just the aha moment for me, knowing that something's going to be passed down to me through higher self, or through spirit, or through ancestral, information. So I'm pretty happy about that. So today we were laughing pretty hard, if you ask me. Who got to laugh? Anybody new pop in? Well, you missed the laughing yoga part of it, the laughter yoga that we did. We kind of just let it go, and it was funny, and it's kind of in the middle and the beginning of the video, so you have to go back and watch it to laugh. Okay? So I hope that you guys got to enjoy that a little bit. That was kind of fun. So what we're going to do now, we're going to shift a little bit our energy, and we're going to go into the card readings. Those of you who want readings, let me know. I want you to pick a number 1 through 5. I'll give you a reading. I'll kind of give you just a snapshot of what I'm picking up. If there's any of you who want to continue and want to go a little deeper with your read and go into the medicine wheel read, where we draw 7 cards and we work on that and what it means, just send me a message. We can do that. Set up a time. These are going to be popcorn readings, okay? So these are just popcorn readings. So don't get too hung up if something I say doesn't sound familiar to you or whatever. Sometimes it's just something that needs to be said, and it could be something for somebody else. Okay, Cheryl, you're going to pick 3, and then Amber, you're going to pick 5. Okay, we're going to go 3. 1, 2, and 3. And each card I pull will be removed out of the deck, so we don't use them twice. Okay, Cheryl, if you can see that, that's the frog. Purification, clear out the clutter. Okay, so this card is a very powerful card. This is an amphibian card. Okay, this is the frog. If you know anything about frog, it's about stages of life. Okay, so you're just like everybody, and we're going through our stages in life and things that are happening to us. There was a time where you were just the egg, and you were just going through that process of creation. Then you move into the tadpole stage of your life. That would probably be, your childhood. And then little by little, your legs start to grow and your arms start to grow. Then you start going through your adolescence, your toddler. And then eventually you start to go to that stage where you're kind of in between breathing, in the water and then breathing out of the water, kind of in the between stage. And that's kind of your teenage years, okay, where you're kind of, you want to be a teenager and you want to move out of it, okay, and then all of a sudden you just want to pop your head out and be an adult. But then you want to go back and be a little teenager again because it's safe there. Because no one wants to beat up on a teenager, but eventually you have to become a frog. Eventually you have to grow up. Eventually you have to go into that place, prepare yourself to be and to take on and learn all the things that hopefully we had learned from the people in front of us and before us. And they taught us how we should be good adults and how we should adult ourselves. How should we raise ourselves, teach ourselves. It's been said that by the time you are 8 years old, you already know how to parent yourself, and you're already parenting yourself, and you already teach other people how to parent you at that age. But the frog is also telling you that you can let go and release some of the things that have been holding you back over the years, some of that negative energy, some of the trauma that has happened to you. It's starting to change now, and as you change, and as you mature, and as you grow, those things should be able to shift too, to some degree, where you can become powerful over it versus it being powerful over you. Okay, so the things that have held you and have caused you some grief are ready to be addressed, are ready to be rewritten, and they're ready to be understood that that you are ready to grow from that. Even though it's very painful, no one's saying that it wasn't, but there's a part of you that says, okay, you know what, there are a lot of things that have happened to me, but I'm ready to move on to the next phase of my life. And it feels better now because I'm in a better place, and I've matured, and I've come out of that place where I'm into the place of purification and be ready to move that energy. And that's what we're doing, and that's what you're doing, and that's what the frog is there to remind you. The water is safe, but remember, you go into the water, you can only be in there for so long, because you no longer are a tadpole. You are no longer what you were before. You cannot go back to being what you were. You have to become a new incarnation of yourself, a new version of yourself. So that's what the frog is trying to tell you, that as we move and as we grow and as we progress in life, we are no longer the things that we think we are. We are actually better and moving and bringing along the good things that we want with that. So that's your frog reading. I don't want to go too deep in that. There's more to that. If you want to know more, let me know. Okay, that's out of the deck. And so we got, let's see, Amber. Okay, card 5. Let's see. And those of you who want a card reading, 1 through 5, pick a card. All right, shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. All right, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, let's see. All right, Amber, you have the Black Panther. It's about passion. Okay, follow your passion. All right, so, and you're laughing. This is pretty symbolic. I don't know, did I pick this card for you last week? I'm not sure. For some feeling, this card popped up last week. The Black Panther is saying, some things are pretty cut and dry, pretty black and white, and you kind of know which direction you should flow. And why you're not doing it, that I don't know. I don't quite understand why. And I'm kind of feeling that there's a part of you that's kind of on that branch, kind of like this picture. You're kind of sitting up there, you're kind of waiting, and you're kind of waiting for the right opportunities to play out. But I'm here to remind you that there are no right opportunities, because as you are progressing and changing into the passion that you want to flow, okay, it's okay. It's ready. You're ready to jump off this branch. This branch has served you. This platform has served you for a while, and now the platform is no longer. It's always going to be there, but it's not really the place you really wanted to be. It's kind of where you want to be, is what you're looking down at it versus being in the flow with it. It's asking you to be more in the flow with it. Follow that branch down into the roots, into the ground, and pull out that stuff that you want. So the Black Panther is just saying, hey, you know what? If you're hungry and you truly want it, and you truly want to be, and you want to bring that into your life, then you got to be prepared and you have to be ready. You've sat along, you sat along on that branch long enough. It's time to jump off. Okay, so that's part of the read. If you want more information in the read, we can go a little deeper on that. All right, so there we go. So let's see. I think I saw someone pick a card here a minute ago. Let's see. Heather. Okay. Did I get Heather? Okay, I got Amber, and then... Okay, I think I got Heather asked for 3, I believe. So let's go to Heather. Shuffling the cards. If you want a card reading, 1 through 5. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. What is going on today? It's the Fox. Okay, Heather. Fox is talking about adaptability, adapt to the changes that are happening. All right, so this is going to go for anybody in this read, but in particular, this read is about you, Heather, since you asked for this particular card. Okay, so basically what happens here is you have Fox medicine on. It means that you've been hiding from certain things in your life. Okay, there's some things in your life that you have totally become the Fox, and no one can see you. Nobody even knows that you're there sometimes because you have hidden yourself very good from all the things that you don't want anybody to see. Okay, so if you want to be seen, you must take the Fox medicine off. Okay, and this is real medicine. Fox medicine off. If you want to be seen, Fox medicine on, and you must adapt. Okay, because what happens is you could be hiding from certain aspects of things that you don't want to be shown to you or be presented to you, or just trying to move through work type things. And then what happens in that work, when you have Fox medicine on, then you don't find those things that need to flow towards you. Promotions, accolades, or different things that you want. But here it is. Slow down a little bit, take the Fox medicine off, and things will move in the better direction for you. Okay? All right, Heather, thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Where are we now? Casey Ray. Let's see. You want 4 out of the deck. All right, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Nick, I'll get you next here. Omens. Pay attention to signs. You know what's funny? I think we drew all these cards last week, and I've shuffled this deck really good. Okay, so you picked the wise old owl sitting on the branch, and he sat on the branch. He just waited for the little boy to bring by the little Tootsie Roll Pop. And how many licks does it take to eat a Tootsie Roll Pop? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you saw that commercial. Okay, so basically what's happening here, okay, is the owl is here to remind you that to pay attention to some things. There's some things coming your way. There's some things that you have to really pay attention, because not that someone's doing you harm, but you may miss an opportunity. Okay, the opportunity is coming your way. There's something coming your way that you've been kind of waiting for. I'm not sure what it is, but if you're not paying attention, it may just kind of go like right around you because you were looking this way and not focusing in multiple ways. And I guess what he's saying is you have to be like the owl. You have to be able to turn your head all the way this way and all the way that way instead of looking one direction. And then when you turn enough times, you will find that thing that you're looking for, that thing, that energy, that desire, whatever you're looking for. It's a job opportunity, a relationship, or some kind of... But it's coming your way. I mean, this is basically what it's saying is just pay attention. The owl wants you to pay attention. But when it comes to you, when it's ready to be asked and taken, you have to be like the owl. You have to be very quiet and very subtle and very gentle about it. You can't just be like, I'm here. No, just you walk in with grace. You walk in very gracefully. You walk in very gracefully and with a lot of intention, with a lot of love, and you act like you've been there. It's like when you scored a touchdown. You celebrate, yeah, briefly, and then you hand the ball to the referee, and you know you're done. That's it. You've been there. You act with that candor and the thing. But pay attention. That's what this card's about. Okay. All right, so you got a good evening. Whoa, okay. Hey, there you go. So we're getting closer. Okay, and I believe I have Nick next. He wants 2. Okay, very good. Rolling through the deck here. 1 and 2. All right, here we go, Nick. If you're still online, I picked the Eagle card, Spirit, trust in your higher self. All right, Nick. Basically, what's happening here is you, at some points in your life, like every human being, hears this voice in their head, okay? And then what happens is, we're not sure if that is just us talking or another, or if it's just, just whatever. But what's happening here is, there's some directions coming your way from Source, from God, from Spirit, whatever you want to call that. And Spirit is just saying, hey, I have a message for you, but you gotta have these ready and these ready, okay, to hear what you need to hear. And you may not understand what that message is because it's probably a little bit foreign to you. And so basically what Spirit is saying is, spread those wings, be prepared, be ready to go. When I call you, when it's time to move into that energy, you need to jump into it and you got to take it. You got to grasp it. You can't wait. And you know what? The thing is, if you grab it and it doesn't feel right, you can let it go too. That's also in this message too, reaching to higher self. Now, the eagles are very powerful creatures. They're very, very full of energy. They have very good sight. Okay. So this is all about being able to go above and looking down at the situation that's presented to you. There's some things that you have to look at from a higher vantage point versus, eye to eye or below to low, looking up. Spirit wants you to kind of go up a little bit higher, use your vision, interpret, ask a lot of questions. If you have questions about something that you want to do, it could be a song, it could be a job, it could be a relationship. But ask people who are in let's say, for example, you're in music. If there's something about music that you want to do, ask somebody who's in music versus somebody who's outside of it, outside of your field. What happens is too many of us, we ask for advice from people who aren't qualified to give us answers. We really sometimes, just because that person is knowledgeable, whatever, we think that, excuse me, that they have an answer. No, don't ask people what they think. Ask people how they feel. There's a difference. When you ask somebody about what they're thinking, that's a whole different full flow of energy. But if you ask somebody how they feel about something, then that's a whole something where you can actually understand and move into that energy. All right, Nick, I hope that gives you some answers there. And I know these are all popcorn readings, guys, so these are just very limited to just kind of get you a little taste of what it tastes like. So let's see. Anybody else want a card reading? Did I miss anybody here? Okay. Rosanna. Okay, you want 2 cards. Okay, if you're still here, I'll give you a card reading here. I'm going to shuffle these cards real quick. All right. 1 and 2. All right, Rosanna. All right, it's the lion. It's about courage, asking for what you want. Okay, that time has come to open this, open this, open this, all in a combined force, in a combined way, okay, where you are thinking about it, feeling it, and speaking it. Speak your true voice, but when you speak your true voice, speak it in a way that it's empowering to you, empowering to the person, that there's some positive things coming from it. Have the courage to say what you need to say to that person, to that situation, to that. It's more of a situation, okay? Be prepared to speak it. But here's the thing. Also be prepared to roar back because you may not get the answer you want. But don't take it personal. Don't take it, hard when someone doesn't respond in the way you do. Because being the lion and asking for you what you want is very powerful totem. It's very powerful. So when you're asking for something, okay, and when you're roaring for that, what happens is, all right, what happens is sometimes people only hear your roar, okay? And then when they only hear your roar, this is what happens. They don't hear you. They only see you in responding. So you have to be, and you have to have the courage to maybe have to repeat yourself several times. But regardless of what it is, just be and just let go and ask for that what you want. Is there something there that you know that you can do and you're able to move it and maneuver it, say, hey, you know what? I can step up. I can do this. Just got to give me a chance, give me the opportunity, and I'll prove me wrong. And it's going to happen for you. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm just going with the flow here. All right. And I think I have, and you're welcome, Nick, and you're welcome, everybody who thanked me there. And so let's see. Anybody else want a card reading? Did I miss anybody here? I'm looking down through here real quick. I think I got everybody. All right. So, for those of you who got a reading, you want a little more in depth in the reads, just contact me at iggygarcia.com or send me a message in Messenger. We can set up a time and we'll sit down and go a little deeper with the reads, because they go a little deeper than that. I can only kind of tap in this popcorn read because that's kind of where I want to flow my energy versus trying to because I can spend a whole half an hour to an hour just on one card. Believe it or not, just imagine having 7 cards. Okay. So Susan, if you want a card, pick 1 through 5, let me know, and I'll draw a card for you. But this weekend we'll be at Ash Cave for those of you, okay? And if you want to go to Ash Cave, all right, and those of you who want card readings real quick before we end up here, just pick a number 1 through 5 and just let me know, and I'll pull that for you. So, and then we have we have a shaman class coming up in March. You have to look on my my events calendar here on Facebook. I'll be at Spiritual Horizons teaching that class. We'll have a drum circle right after that too. All right, Susan, since you popped up first, I'm going to give you number 1. All right, here we go. All right, Susan. There's a lot of cards in this deck, and I tell you, every card that we just picked, all right, these cards are the ones from last week. Susan, Seal, imagination, immerse yourself in the artistic, creative expression. Susan, this card's about going with the flow. Sometimes we get stuck, and sometimes we become very cumbersome, like the seal. When the seal's on the land, it can't move. It's like wobbling. And you're kind of in the wobbling stage. Okay? So basically what the seal is telling you is jump into the ocean, jump into the water. Need a vacation, need a break. You need to go somewhere. You've been working too hard. You've been too caught up on whatever you're caught up in. This is a good time for you to immerse yourself in the artistic ability of things that you like. If you like to paint, draw, sing, dance, Zumba, whatever it is, it's telling you to do that. It's telling you to be in the flow. Seal is when it's in the water, it can move, it can dance, and it can do all the cool things that it does. All right, so the seal's just saying, time to get wet, time to get serious, time to get down to business. All right, let's see. Okay, we had Susan. Let's see, did I miss anybody here? Okay, Susan, and then I think I have Maria. Miss me? Did I miss you? All right, Maria. No, we didn't miss you. You're next. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. The bear. Boundaries. Stand your ground, Maria. The bear is telling you to not to stay too quiet. Not to just settle for what you hear. Create healthy limits and boundaries, whatever the situation is, whatever this thing is that you're working through right now. It's okay to not speak, but the thing is, creating your boundary doesn't mean that you totally isolate yourself from everybody or anything. The bear is very powerful medicine because the bear will do things, and when the bear doesn't want you around, the bear will let you know. If the bear wants you around, he'll let you or she'll let you know. Okay, so you have to be able to communicate also effectively what you want to happen in your life. What's happening is that the way you're communicating right now, sometimes, not all the time, just sometimes, is being misunderstood and misconstrued and misunderstood. Okay, bear energy can be very powerful energy, and sometimes your energy can be portrayed as very bullish or bearish. It's like, oh, what's wrong with me? What's going on? Oh, there's nothing wrong with me. You're kind of coming out of the winter. You're coming out of the hibernation. You're letting go of your energy. You're releasing, and that's where we're at right now. So be like the bear, but at the same time the bear says stand your ground, but be open, be flexible, be kind of rub-a-dub style, on the ropes a little bit. You gotta flex a little bit. Okay, so that's your reading, Maria. All right, let's see. Okay, who do we got next here? All right, Susan, I got you. Okay, and I think we got Sherry wants number 7. Then we have Lisa, and then Erica. All right, let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, man. Here we go. There it is. The giraffe, foresight. You are able to see what is in store for you. Damn, girl. This is for you. This is what this is saying is you've got a lot of decisions to make, a lot of choices you want to make, and you already know what they are, but you're not sure if you're willing to take that next step. There's some reasons for that. There's some reasons for that because there's some emotional attachments to that. There's some feelings attached to that, and that's okay. It's easy for someone to say, "Hey, go do that," you know. But the thing is, you have to let go, and you have to take that map, and you're going to look at it backwards.